everybody, what's up? Welcome back to an exciting episode of Fandom Fights. I'm in a different corner. Used to be in that corner. Now I'm in this one. For a great match today, we have making noise over there. We have a great teams match today. The number 4 seed, the Pinheads, going up against Math, I think the number 13 seed, Flerken shit up. Truthfully, I think these are two very evenly matched teams. I don't know who's going to win this one. I think Pinheads has found themselves on a streak of close wins recently, whereas Flerken has found themselves on a streak of close losses. Both of their wins and losses have been very close. Flerken's just been on the off side of it, while Pinheads has been on the good side. But I think they're evenly matched. I think either team could win. Let's see how they feel in the promos.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
I mean, it's always weird when you have to play a team like this. Potters and Will is just like, it's 50% weird and 50% normal. The weird part is, Potters being where Potters is at in the faction that he's in. So like, it's something that we're used to. And then Will is here. How are you feeling about our chances today?
I really do feel good for our chances here. The fact is, Nick, he said we're ranked 13, so 13 may be a little unlucky number, but I think it's perfect for us because it's kind of for us to be that little fly in the ointment, or just to fuck shit up,
For real. So like the whole it's bad luck team versus bad luck team, especially if it's the number 4 team, which is bad luck in Japanese, versus the number 13 team, which is bad luck in Western states. So it's just bad luck all around. We'll figure out who comes out on top. This is gonna be fun regardless. Best of luck to you guys, but Jeremy, you are a butt.
Will is here, and I'm here. And after this match today, I will have played everybody in the Phoenix Club faction in some capacity, except for Kirk Kowalkowski. Now, I don't know why he's dodging me. I don't know. But, get a Fandom teammate and come play as Kirk. It'll be fun. Will, you ready, man?
We're always ready.
Yeah, let's go.
A grown man had a dinosaur puppet. I don't know what else you were expecting going into this. So let's get into round number 1. Round number 1 is going to work like this. There's going to be 10 questions in the round of Fandom Fights. Each player is going to have 15 seconds to write down their answer individually on their whiteboard. At the end of 15 seconds, we'll say pens down, at which point the players will reveal their answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point apiece, and should any individual player get all 10 questions correct in round number 1, they would receive a bonus question. Each team will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Teams, any questions as we get into round number 1?
Yes. Have you seen Avenue Q?
No.
Yes.
Really? So essentially you have, because it's just a bunch of grown men fist deep in puppets.
With dick jokes.
Wasn't that Melissa McCarthy movie? Anyway.
That's time.
No.
All right. We're going to start with question number 1, which is going to come in the category of Disney animation. In Wreck-It Ralph, what type of tool does Fix-It Felix have that magically fixes things? Oh, I wish. I'm like Ralph. I just break things.
Samesies.
This desk that everything is on is about to go.
Yo, is yours too?
Or yes. It's very creaky too. 1, pens down. I'll go to Jeremy.
A hammer.
Go to Ryan.
A hammer. Wait, there we go.
Go to Will.
It's the opposite of Violent Night. Hammer.
And Jay.
Opposite of Tony Stark. Justin Hammer.
Hammer is correct. Clean sweep. 2 to 2 as we get to the second question, which comes in the category of the Worlds of DC. In Justice League, who first attempts to recruit Aquaman? Or, as I probably should have said it, Aquaman. No, that's weird. I think it's okay. And Yami? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Go to Ryan.
That would be Bruce Wayne.
And Will.
Bruce Wayne.
Jay.
Batman, Bruce Wayne.
And Jeremy.
Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne is correct. Another clean sweep, 4 to 4. As we move to the third question, which comes in the category of sci-fi icons. Who directed the original RoboCop? Almost just that was interesting. Almost just saying a different theme song for something that is not RoboCop, but I can't even pin a RoboCop theme.
There we
Think of a
go.
RoboCop theme? No. Beep boop. Great theme. 5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question, please.
That is Pinheads. First, repeat the question again. Who directed the original RoboCop? No, it wasn't. Yeah, no, I can't think of like the theme of this movie.
RoboCop. Jesus, that's the theme of that movie.
Not like the metaphorical theme, like the musical theme.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No,
You say theme, I automatically go to philosophical.
that's fair. I understand the confusion. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Will.
I hope you go phonetically because I have no idea how to spell this dude's name. Paul Verhoeven.
We'll go to Jay.
Paul Verhoeven.
We'll go to Jeremy.
Nah, the Showgirls guy.
Ryan.
I fucking blanked. I kept thinking of his movies, but not his name.
Paul Verhoeven is his name. Will and Jay will hit that. It's 5-5. Let's move to the next question, which comes in the category of fandom quotes. Which Planet of the Apes film features the quote, "Believe me, the last thing you want is a human teenager running around your house"? I agree. Though at the moment, ages teenager and through 0, I'd be okay with not running around my house. Unless... Okay, that's not an encouraging sign. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Jay.
I said Escape from the Planet of the Apes.
We'll go to Jeremy.
Planet of the Apes 2001.
We'll go to Ryan.
Yeah, I also went with Burton's Planet of the Apes 2001.
And Will.
I said Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes.
Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes, 2001. That is correct. Pinheads will take the first lead. It is 7-6. As we move to the next question, which comes in the category of YA. In The Hunger Games, what are the names of both the tributes from District 11?
Knew we were gonna get there sooner or later.
Fair assumption. One tip: at any point in a movie, you could probably stop and say, "We're gonna get there." Or Nick's gonna ask me about this thing. What color's that tree in the background? Movies are only so long; they only hold so much information.
Better watch them with subtitles on.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Jerry.
I said Rue and McClanahan.
We'll go.
Respect.
Ryan.
I didn't know, so I just simply wrote Jakar and Dipshit.
Interesting guesses. Oh, we'll go to Will.
You could have said Jakar and Noir. It was right there, dude. I said Rue, and I couldn't think of the other dude, so I said Branch like an idiot.
And Jay.
Rue and Morgan.
All incorrect. Rue is correct. The other one is Thresh.
Thresh.
is the other one.
I thought Rue was District 9. Okay.
No, that's a movie about aliens.
That's also true. So with that, there are no more perfect rounds. 7-6 still as we move to the next question, which comes in the category of Law and Order. In Lethal Weapon, Martin Riggs is near suicidal after the death of which of his family members? Oh, I was telling the players before, massive headache. I don't know what's going on. My eyes have just been open for too long.
We can't be helping anything.
What?
I said we can't be helping anything.
It's yeah, but this is just life at this point. I'm just sort of floating along. 5.
I'm trying to be cool for you, buddy.
Thank you. 1. Pens down. We'll go to Ryan.
I wrote his wife.
We'll go to Will.
I also wrote his wife.
Jay.
I also wrote wife.
And Jeremy.
Wife.
Wife is correct. Clean sweep, 9-8. As we move to the next question, which comes in the category of DreamWorks Animation. What is the first name of the king of the lemurs in Madagascar? Sometimes, like, I just want to trust y'all, and I want to be like,
Points.
we gotta ask this. We good?
We all just throw our boards around at the same time.
Even if everybody doesn't know it, if one person's just like, I got this, you can skip me. I'll be like, all right, cool. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Will.
Julian.
Go to Jay.
Fucking Julian.
Jeremy.
Julian.
And Ryan.
Julian.
Julian is correct. Clean sweep again. 11-10, 1 point game. Let's move to the next question, which comes in the category of the MCU. Who voices Groot in the MCU? You do not know this. Now, oh my God, you know it. That's crazy. 1 point. 1 point to you. I don't think you did know that. Answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Jay.
I always hate having to spell his last name. Vin Diesel.
We'll go to Jeremy.
You guys remember when he had hair? Vin Diesel.
Yeah, I watched Find Me Guilty.
Ryan.
Didn't he also have hair in Boiler Room? But Vin Diesel.
I do not remember this. And Will.
Wouldn't it be weird if all of us are wrong for not writing down I am Groot, but it's Van Diesel?
That would have been funny. But no, Vin Diesel is correct. As we move to the penultimate question, it comes in the category of Star Trek. Which Star Trek film features the death of Admiral Dougherty? Not quite King Julian, but like took a couple extra seconds. Started writing. You didn't know King Julian. I don't believe that.
Everybody knows Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah,
Whether they want to or not.
answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Jeremy.
Star Trek Insurrection.
We'll go to Ryan.
Star Trek Insurrection.
We'll go to Will
I said Star Trek Into Darkness.
and Jay.
Wrath of Khan.
Star Trek Insurrection is correct. Point apiece. Still a 1 point game. 14-13. We get to the final question, which comes in the category of Middle Earth. What type of weapon does Thorin wield before finding Orchrist in an unexpected journey? Weapons.
Hmm.
Don't want to interrupt any thought patterns. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Cool. We'll start with Ryan.
Damn, I just wrote an axe.
We'll go to Will.
That's probably right. I said a spear.
We'll go to Jay.
His oaken shield.
We'll go to Jeremy.
I said an axe.
Axe is what we were looking for. That is correct. Another point apiece. And that'll bring us to the end of round number 1. Still a 1 point game. 15-14. Pinheads with a 1 point lead. But
I thought it was a trick question when it was going to be, it's his shield.
That's exactly what I thought. I was like, technically, it's a weapon. He uses it as a weapon.
But anything can happen as we get into round number 2. Round number 2 is going to work like this. It is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 8 fandom categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Each player will get a spin, or each team will get, not each player, that would be so many points. Each team will get a spin at the wheel.
I love that.
If they spin the first time, they keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. You'll get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you'd like to check down to multiple choice, in which case it'll only be worth 1. And be on the lookout as stealing is available in round number 2. Can you all see the wheel?
No.
Great. I thought it was just me. How about now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
Sponsored by YouTube Sunday.
Your categories on the wheel today are DreamWorks, Law & Order, Marvel, Pixar, American Spies, Scores and Soundtracks, Wizarding World, and Star Wars. Pinheads, you have the 1-point lead. Would you like to spin first or defer?
Now, last time we didn't spin first, but it wasn't our choice. So what's the puppet telling us?
First, the puppet is saying it's really cute that Nick thought I was a grown man, but he thinks that we should go second.
You heard the dinosaur.
I didn't personally, but if you do, that's totally fine. We'll go. So, Flerken, this will be your first spin.
It's official Will Cannon. He has 3 raccoons and an overcoat.
It lands on Spinner's choice. What would you like?
Okay. What are you feeling comfortable with there, bud?
Honestly, I don't keep anything on here personally.
Okay. You want to take? I know we're both really good at Wizarding World.
Yeah. I mean, I know. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was I was maybe thinking American Spies though, but at the same time, it could be anything.
Again, and that would be leaning more heavily on you. I'm thinking of something that like we can both work together at. Yeah, either that or Star Wars.
Yeah.
I feel more comfortable with Wizarding World right now.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Last Star Wars questions have been asked since my season, so I'm going to go Wizarding World.
All right, we will take Wizarding World, please.
All righty, Wizarding World. It is. Flerken, shut up. You prepared for your questions in the category of the Wizarding World.
Sir.
Your first question. Which Wizarding World film features someone using the phrase Caput Draconis at Hogwarts?
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. It is the it's what Percy says to get into Gryffindor house.
Yes, that's the password. Yes, the password. Yeah.
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Sorcerer's Stone. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
I know you were waiting for the final answer, but like, bro, you were stressing me out.
Apologies.
No,
sometimes I get stressed and I'm like, do they remember? I can't tell them. All right. Yeah. Your second question. Michael Gambon physically appears in how many Wizarding World films?
3, 4, 5, 6.
And he's in both. I believe he's in both of the part 7.
Yeah, because he's falling off the tower in the first one.
And then there's also his grave. I mean, because Voldemort goes in.
So go with it.
No, you go. Sorry.
Repeat the question, please.
Yeah. All right, that is your first repeat. The question again. Michael Gambon physically appears in how many Wizarding World films?
So 6.
Yeah.
Okay. 6. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. And you guys listen me out.
Sorry, buddy.
Neither of you had said a number. You both were just like,
we counted them out, and I was like, you go ahead and say it.
But then I was seeing you doing your fingers counting down. I'm like, wait, I'm thrown off here.
All right. Flerken, your third question.
Okay.
In The Crimes of Grindelwald, what is Theseus Scamander's job?
Isn't he an Auror? But they want specifics.
No, he didn't say specific. He just said, what is his job?
Oh.
So, yeah, I mean, he is an Auror.
Yeah. That's what I'm going with. Yeah, he's an Auror.
5, 4.
Go ahead.
I'll take the hit. Auror, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Okay. I was like, I don't think they're looking for the head Auror. Like, he didn't say specifically, so.
Sorry, it's just when I think of my notes, I go specifics.
Flerken, your penultimate question in the Wizarding World. Who is the first character to use the spell Expelliarmus in a Wizarding World film?
I think it's Snape because he uses it during the dueling club with Gilderoy.
I believe you're right.
Yeah.
Go with it.
Severus Snape, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Let's go, my boy.
That
Just watched a video essay on narcissism and Gilderoy popped up.
Of course.
And your final question in Wizarding World. What 2 objects does Dumbledore leave to Harry in his will in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1?
He leaves the Golden Snitch.
Yes, that's one of them. And then, no, he leaves Hermione a book.
He leaves Hermione the book on the Deluminator. I believe it's the Sword of Gryffindor.
4,
Oh,
2.
Should we go multiple then?
multiple choice, please.
Yeah.
All right. The multiple choice options are: is it A, a book and a sword? B, the snitch and a sword? C, a deluminator and a wand? Or D, a ring and the snitch?
It is B. It's the snitch and the sword.
Okay, because I thought of the ring at first, but then that's in the second film. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll go with that.
A ring and a oh my goodness.
The sword
snitch
and the snitch.
Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. And
I don't know. Somebody said ring. Oh my god, it fucked me up.
I've never
so
been
bad.
more glad for a team's round 2 to be over. All right.
All right, it's just 1 point, Nick. We went multiple.
Oh, that's right. 1 point. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ryan. So
Yeah,
that'll bring your total up to 23. Pinheads are at 15. Pinheads, we'll bring back in the wheel. This will be your spin. Lands on scores and soundtracks. So let's keep it or spin again.
I think there's a lot better on this wheel for us.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and spin that, please.
Spin it.
You got it. Gonna be scores and soundtracks.
Okay.
All right, Pinheads, I'll be giving you your questions in the category of scores and soundtracks. Are you prepared for them?
Let's do this.
All righty, your first question. The music tracks Italian Street War, Liquor Store, and Leaving Brooklyn appear on the soundtrack for which DC film?
Could it be The Kitchen?
That's what I was thinking.
Do you want to go multiple just to be on the safe side?
Yeah, we probably should.
Multiple choice, please.
All right, your multiple choice options are: is it A, The Losers, B, Joker, C, The Kitchen, or D, A History of Violence?
I mean, it said Italian. I don't remember there being much Italian in The Joker.
I think we both thought The Kitchen first, so we should probably just go with that.
Kitchen, final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
Yeah, I should have just gone with it. Sorry.
That was a good. You're good.
Kitchen, not the kitchen. No, I'm kidding.
I figured. Yeah. All right. Your second question. Who composed the score for Star Trek, the motion picture?
It's Jerry Goldsmith.
Go for it.
Jerry Goldsmith, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. How many YA films were composed by John Paisano?
I think it's 2. Because I think it's the last 2. It's Insurgent and Allegiant or whatever.
How confident are you in that?
I'm pretty confident.
Lock it in.
2, final answer.
That is incorrect. Flerken should up chance for the 2 point steal.
I was thinking the golden rule. When in doubt, 3 it out.
Yeah.
So I'll throw it out there. 3, final answer.
That is correct for a 2 point steal.
Let's go.
Jeremy, you were thinking of Joseph Trapanese, but John Paisano did the 3 Maze Runners.
Fuck. All right, that's my bad, Will.
It's okay.
Pinheads, back to you for your penultimate question in scores and soundtracks. What song plays as the Terminator exits the bar after stealing clothes and a bike at the beginning of Terminator 2 Judgment Day?
Isn't it Bad to the Bone?
Bad to the bone.
Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Bad.
Bad.
And we'll get to your final question in scores and soundtracks. Who sings the song Once Upon a Time in New York City for the film Oliver and Company?
It's Huey Lewis. Huey Lewis, final answer.
And that is correct for 2 more points in the end of round number 2. With that, Flerken Shit Up has taken the lead. It is 25. Pinheads gets their score up to 22. We have a 3-point game going into round number 3. And here's how round number 3 is going to work. It is the betting round. We have 5 more questions of their own Fandom Fights. Once the teams hear the category, they can choose who will take it. The other player will have to take question 2. They can reset for questions 3 and 4. And teams can confer on the 5th and final question. Once the players hear the question, they can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points on the question. If they get the question correct, they will gain those points. If they get the question incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the match. Teams, any questions? We begin round number 3.
No.
Alrighty. First category you can bet points on is Disney animation. Let's get bets starting with Pinheads. Who will be taking it for how much?
I'll take it for 2.
And Flerken Shit Up.
I'll take it for 1.
All right, your question in Disney animation. What is the first type of animal that young Antonio speaks to after getting his gift in Encanto? I'll take a general answer. General answer. Let's salute it. Answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. We'll start with Will.
For some reason, I thought it was a toucan, but I said bird.
And Jay.
I took your stuff. Somebody grab his bird.
Bird is correct. It is some kind of toucan, which is why I said general. I was like, please just write bird. I don't feel like looking up what kind of bird it is. So Flerken Shit Up will get 1 point. Pinheads will get 2. It's now a 2-point game, 26-24 as we get to the next category that Ryan and Jeremy have to take. That category is Fandom Quotes. Let's get bets starting with Ryan.
Uno.
And Jeremy.
Dos.
All right, your question in Fandom Quotes. Which MCU character said the quote, "You are very welcome to the land of the gods. Welcome to Valhalla"? So yeah, bird. I wrote bird parentheses some kind of toucan IDK. It's got a colorful beak. Big eyes.
But at least we got to learn the origins of.
Does it say follow your nose, though?
Good. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Ryan.
Heimdall.
And Jeremy.
Heimdall.
Heimdall is correct. Pinheads cutting into the lead once again. It is now a 1-point game, 27-26. Flerken leads. As you get to the next category, you can reset who will take it. That category is Planet of the Apes. Let's get bets starting with Pinheads. Who will be taking it for how much?
I'll take it for 1.
And Flerken Shit Up.
I'll be taking it, and I'm just going straight down the middle with 1.
All right. Your question in Planet of the Apes. How does the ape Ash die in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes? Sad questions. The last one was said to a person right after they died. This one is about death.
We got no dead parent questions though. So,
but Batman was the answer to the second question.
That's fair. That's fair.
Bruce Wayne. Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Will.
I hope I didn't go too specific. I said he was shot and falls to his death.
And Ryan.
I also went specific. I said Cobra throws him from high platform.
Ryan is correct. He's not shot. He falls to his death. Cobra throws him off a high platform. So Ryan will get 1 point. Will lose 1 point. The score is now 28-25. Flerken Shit Up leads as we get to the penultimate question or category that Jay and Jeremy have to take. That category is Law and Order. Let's get bets starting with Jay.
Toucan egg.
All right, and Jeremy.
2.
All right, here's the sitch. Jeremy misses, game over. Jeremy hits, game on. Your question in Law and Order. Teresa Randall plays Marcus Burnett's wife Teresa in the Bad Boys series and also appears in what other Law and Order film? This is a fun little fact I learned. I was watching all these movies, and it's like, hey, that's the person. We'll get answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Sorry, Jay, who bet 0?
Yeah, I bet nothing. Rush Hour 3.
And Jeremy.
I hope it's the same lady. Beverly Hills Cop 3.
It is the same lady. Beverly Hills Cop 3.
Yep.
Is correct.
Buddy.
With that, they will Pinheads will cut the lead back down to 1. It is 28-27 going into the final question. That category is horror icons. Let's get bets starting with Pinheads.
1.
And Flerken, shut up.
Well, this definitely ain't going to overtime. I put 2.
Correction. It might
could.
be overtime.
If we both fuck up.
Oh, okay.
Here's the situation. If Flerken hits at all, they win. If both teams miss, we're going to sudden death. If Pinheads hit while Flerken misses, Pinheads win. So let's start with the Pinheads. Pinheads, you have been given question 2. Here is your question. What type of transportation do Trent's friends Chelsea and Nolan steal before they are killed by Jason in Friday the 13th, 2009?
Do they steal a boat or a car?
5, 4, 3.
Repeat, please.
That is Pinhead's second repeat. You have 1 remaining. Question again. What type of transportation do Trent's friends Chelsea and Nolan steal before they are killed by Jason in Friday the 13th, 2009?
If memory serves, this one is at the camp, so I think it would be closer to boat than it would be car.
Yeah, I don't remember much of it. It's garbage.
And this is one I didn't manage to catch up on, but my gut is saying boat.
5.
Okay.
Boat. Final answer.
That is correct. For 1 point. All right.
Good shit. Good shit.
We are not going to sudden death.
Ooh.
Right now we are tied. Flerken, shut up. You've bet 2 points. If you hit, you win. If you miss, Pinheads will win the game. Your question in horror icons is as follows. Where in her house in the real world is Nancy's friend Chris Fowles killed in A Nightmare on Elm Street 2010?
Wait. Isn't that the girl played by Katie Cassidy?
It might be. We still have 2 repeats. So
Yeah. If I recall, I mean, isn't she killed in her bedroom? It doesn't it mimic doesn't it pay homage to the original by having the or is it the oh my god.
3.
Repeat the question, please.
That is your second repeat. You have 1 remaining. Question again.
Talk it
Where
out.
in her house in the real world is Nancy's friend Chris Fowles killed in A Nightmare on Elm Street 2010?
It has to be in her bedroom.
Okay.
Because that's the one thing I remember from the remake that definitely pays homage to. I mean, there's subtle hints of homage there, but that's the one that feels like a shot.
I trust you.
Okay, her bedroom. Just clarifying, right?
3, 2.
Her bedroom. Final answer.
And your winners, Flerken.
Let's go, baby.
Holy shit.
That was tense for me. Sorry.
Nick, don't do that to me, bud.
Great match. Fantastic match. One of the best matches of round 1 of this tournament.
I'm glad I got
yes, your bedroom is correct. From what I recall, before I wrote the question a little bit ago, I believe Ryan's correct. It's the homage paying to the original. But yes, that is correct. And with that, Flerken takes what was an incredible match. 1 point out of round one. Key steal puts Flerken in the lead, and then just these minuscule bettings are giving me heart attacks, guys. Like, match could have ended if the team that got all their questions right bet too, but it's okay. That's the strategy, and it worked for Flerken shit up. So that was tense. It was a pleasure to be a part of it. We'll start with by talking in some post-match interviews here to our second place team, the Pinheads. Pinheads, listen, I think being number 4 in this tournament is an accomplishment in and of itself, especially where you guys started. I think you started out with like a negative record at the beginning of this year, and you've been able to build it back up to be the 4th-ranked team in this tournament. But I did mean what I said in that I think Jay and Ryan have been like on the very close end of some close losses, and because of that, their record is very similar to where your guys' record was about a year ago. But I do think you're a very evenly matched team, and I was right, God damn it, because look at this match. Yeah. Outside of that, there's nothing you all did wrong. There's nothing they did wrong. Like, you both were just playing at incredible top levels. How are you feeling about the match? I know it's not the result you wanted, but being a part of a match like this is always something special.
If I may.
Go for it.
Last match, we scored 3 fucking points.
That's true.
This match, we scored 28. When both of us managed to score that 3 points within 2 questions, I was happy. But I will correct you, Nick. I think that we did a couple hiccups, but they're dumb. They're dumb hiccups, and
that's a DreamWorks reference.
You know, hi. But I should have gone with my instinct and said the kitchen for our first round 2 question. Yeah. And we should have gone, we should have thought about it a little bit more and gone multiple. Either way, we still, after I don't know how much of a deficit, I think we were down like 3 points to take it to a 1-point game. There's nothing at that point. There's nothing we could have done.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Like, it was so close, and I figured it would be close. Like, the whole time, I'm like, they're not 13s. We're not 4s. Like, this is an 8-9. To be fair. Like, I mean, we've been knocked out twice this year, and we're still the 4 seed. That's kind of funny. But, yeah, I mean, last year's tournament, it came down to the last question. This year, I mean, it's the last question, and that's how you want it. We don't want team winning by 9 with the first question into round 3. We want to go to the end. Hell, I wanted fucking sudden death, man. I love sudden death. But congrats, guys. That was a great game.
Absolutely. And well, yeah, you're right. There was a hiccup here and there. I think the hiccups were made up by like clutch moments, like Jeremy hitting Beverly Hills Cop and things like that. So even if there's a hiccup here and there, I think you guys made up for it, and you played great. I don't think you should hang your heads at all, and we look forward to seeing you guys back in competition next year as we bring in our winners today. Flerken shit up. Guys, great shit. Like I said, coming into this whole tournament, I sort of picked you two, in my head at least, as the team that's on the lower end of the rankings that could make a run at it. This is the start of that run, beating a good team. Like, Jeremy and Will may have been knocked out before, but this year, but they've been knocked out by very, very good teams, and they've also beaten very, very good teams. So they're no slouches. You won. You guys trusted your guts all the way through. You answered questions very quickly when I was like, wow, they didn't think about that, but that's the right answer. So holy shit. But yeah, you're in the winner's circle once again. How does it feel?
Well, first off, I'm sweating like crazy with all these lights on.
Jesus.
Broke out the charge fan and everything. Man, this was a lot of fun going into the knowing that the Phoenix Club chat really couldn't be here to help either us or Pinheads out, because Jeremy's there, Will isn't, but Jeremy is. It's one of those things where you don't really have anybody in your corner, and you don't really want to see a faction member lose. But if they were to lose, exactly, like this is the type of match that you want to see them lose in, when it's advantageous for you. It sucks. Like, still, when he pulled that Beverly Hills Cop, I was sitting there, I fucking gave him the little golf clap, man. This was a lot of fun. This was a lot closer than like I had expected it to be after round 2. Grabbing that steal was great. Ryan pulling the remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street was just the icing on the cake. This was a lot of fun, man. It's been a while since FSU's gotten a dub, but to be ranked at 13, coming in, taking out a number 4 seed, it's a feeling, bro. Like, honestly, it might not be taking out the number 1, 2, or 3, but like it's the 4 seed, and they're a dangerous fucking team. It feels good. It gives you a little boost of confidence, especially when you haven't been feeling all that confident in competition lately.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I mimic and mirror everything that Jay's been saying. I went in there with not saying no expectations, because I know Jeremy and Will are great players. I played against both of them in different singles type of matches, so I know how good they are. It's just like either you've been on a losing streak, or you start at the top of the mountain, then you just find yourself falling down. And you just want to desperately get a win again. Personally, I would have hoped this was going to be against a different team that wasn't Jeremy or Will. So then it could be like, oh, this is like a round 2 match. But even then, round 1, it's still fantastic, because we at least Jay and I we're back up on the same page here. And finally, I can get over this freaking round 3 that's been killing me all fandom.
Very fair. Guys, you did great. And if you can keep this up, I like your chances. You are moving forward in the tournament into round number 2. You have 2 options of who you'll be playing. We actually know at this point, right? Yeah, because they played last week, but, real life, who knows? You'll be playing either the number 5 seed, Guns and Ships, or the number 12 seed, Back to Formula. That's Boatman and Albert, or Jake and Mark. Preferences, thoughts?
That'd be Mark Menchaca, I assume.
That's the one, yeah.
Whatever the team that he's not on is, because at least that way it's not another Phoenix Club faction member.
This is the 3rd time this year. I mean, if they beat Guns and Ships, this would be the 3rd time this year I played Back to Formula in a team match. Well, actually 4th time, because I played against them with Scott in a different team setup. But even then, it feels like this year I can't get past them. But you know what? That's cool. Either way, we're still. Downside, we're playing our Phoenix team, but plus side, Phoenix Club still gets to move on the tournament. Absolutely. If it's Alex and Boatman, I'm actually looking forward to that, because I've not played Albert or Boatman in any type of matchup before. Outside of teams with Boatman and Multiplex, and Melee, I kind of want to see how it would go. Like, it really gets the curiosity. One side, it'll be a first time. The other side, oh boy, might as well just prepare for knockouts.
Yeah, either way, it's going to be a fun match, and I can't wait to see what happens.
Likewise. Guys, great job. Congratulations on the win today, and we will see you in round 2 for sure. And yeah, thank you to Flerken Shit Up. Thank you to the Pinheads. And thank you to all of you for checking out these great matches. We're in the midst of round 1. We're in the second half of round 1, so check out all the other matches that are out right now. There's more coming, round 2 and 3 and 4. That's how tournaments work. I don't know if you knew that, but be sure to check them out. We'll see you next time on another exciting episode of Fandom Fights. Oh, thanks, Tim, for editing it. Appreciate it. Fandom Fights next time. Bye.
And again, that's the hero gig. Part of the journey is the end. Goodbye, old friend.
Kitty has to go.